help leadership make decisions about AI with conviction to get results like this. My name is Severi, and I'm going to be walking you through how we got a 6-person team to produce output of 15 in just 30 days and how we cut costs by $500,000 while doing so. After the next few minutes, you'll understand why only 4% of the companies using AI achieve substantial return on investment for their AI investments. This is not the result of some AI tool, but it's rather about reshaping how work gets done inside of the company. Think a new operating model which fits this AI paradigm. So if you're a decision maker in a knowledge-heavy company, please do yourself a favor and stick through this video because I'll be sharing a lot of insider knowledge on how to successfully navigate AI adoption. So about the case company, their whole team was flooded with work and the logical next step was to hire new people. But when we saw how people worked, it was clear that they weren't understaffed. They were buried in repetitive knowledge work that felt like normal day-to-day at this point. And the root cause was that they were doing work like it was still 2024. Knowing this, they would have been hiring against the wrong problem, which is very expensive, and the old solution. And the new solution is AI, of course, but you should not actually start with the tools. And that's because starting with the tools leads to very mediocre ROI, and this is quite widely known actually, but it's not in the interest of the ones selling the tools to you to tell you. So how we approach this is a 3-layered approach where comparing what leadership, managers, and workers are saying about how work gets done, so we get a holistic picture of the company itself. And as an outcome of this analysis, we get a priority matrix where we have all of the tasks sorted by impact, readiness, and team adoption. And the goal of this analysis is to gain clarity and priorities, basically a roadmap, before touching a single tool. So we want to be able to tell you what you should be focused on. Because most often the results of this analysis point to the people being the main bottleneck of AI adoption. And plainly put, it's basically about helping and teaching people 2 main things. 1, where AI fits in and where it does not. And 2, how AI will affect them as individuals. The second part of this is very often overlooked, but it's the root cause for failed AI adoption in majority of companies. And that's because of something called replacement fear. We've seen it firsthand and it's actually widely studied. And in this case in particular, the manager felt threatened about AI, that it's going to replace their job, and nearly killed the whole project, and we wouldn't have got the results that we managed to achieve. So how this is managed is reframing AI adoption from AI is happening to you to AI is happening because of you. And this is one of the many ways to manage it, and it was essential in this case example in particular to actually get results. So what actually changed so that we achieved the results? It was 3 main things, where 1, they went from fearing and resisting AI to having clarity and ownership on what tasks in their daily work belong to AI and what belong to them. The second thing that changed was they went from having an undefined AI ambition to owning a clearly defined AI-first way of working, which consists of specific AI agents and workflows built for tasks of what these key people are actually doing. Lastly, they went from running standalone AI tests to having the foundation, the essential AI layer basically, which makes all future AI investments possible and compound. And the real reason why phase 1 is so important is to lay up for phase 2. Phase 2 focuses more on systems, where phase 1 established the AI-first operating model on an individual level, moving from individual gains, which were just the 3 things that I mentioned, to a company-level multiplier, where the skills of the individual people in the company are accessible throughout the team and throughout the company even. I think the best example of this is, for example, this presentation that you just watched. This was created in 3 sentences that I sent into a Slack channel to our company-level agent. That agent knows our client success stories, our learnings, our communication style, the presentation visuals. It has our whole brand book. And when someone experiences a company level second brain, all of the headlines of the mass layoffs kind of start to make sense, because this brings more efficiency than one can even imagine. But this is only possible once the company's objectives are clear and the people are aligned with them. The results from phase 1 can be summarized as follows. We managed to reduce the need for subcontractors by 95%. We avoided new hires, which were scoped out for next quarter. We over doubled the output of the same 6-person team, and we managed to reduce the overall operational complexity and bring clarity to AI adoption by starting with the people that actually do the work. And the financial impact is we cut costs by over $500,000. And to be honest, that's actually the small part of the gains, because the team now has the mental space and capacity to scale output and know exactly how AI plays into their work. And phase 2, which I mentioned, of the company level multiplier, will be a massive success because of the phase 1 accomplishments. At this point, with over 150 client engagements and over $100 million in uncovered opportunity value, the core philosophy that I want to leave you with is build the operating model first and then think about the tools. I put together a free 12-question resource that helps you find the leverage points in your company so that you get clarity on where you should start and put your focus on before buying any AI tools. The link is in the description. And as always, I hope this brought you some useful context. Your profit margins will thank you. Have a nice day.